Hey y'all, just wanted to come and have a little conversation with you all today. Maybe get you all just thinking a little bit. Before I like to start, I always like to start with a little bit of Ujjayi breathing, where we are going to breathe in through our nose and out through our nose for counts of 3. Let's try that out. Breathing in through your nose for a count of 3, all the way in, taking it all the way in, keeping your mouth sealed and constricting the back of your throat, making an ocean-like sound. And one more time like that. And now that we are cleansed, welcome to my talk. You know, yoga is life's lotion, okay? Like motion is life's lotion, okay? And we don't want to just concentrate on doing the physical motions of being in these yoga poses. I'm sitting right now in seated pose while I have this conversation with you all. And, you know, it's just about really also movement of the mind, you know, thinking before you do things. You know, I really wanted to talk to you. I got some things written down, so I'm going to be reading from my notes right here. And I have a few principles. There's 4 of them, so we'll go over them this evening. And number 1, you know, to really be true with yourself and do the deep work within yourself, you have to be impeccable with your word. Yes, impeccable with your word. You know, God, what happened to integrity? I see so many people in relationships and things, and I think he's doing this or she's doing this, so I'm going to go and cheat because you don't feel like you're getting what you need out of the relationship, so you're going to cheat. That's not having integrity. That's not being impeccable with your word. If you made a commitment to do something, to be with someone, to live a certain way, to have a certain life, you have to be impeccable with your word. Now, we can even take it to biblical, which, you know, I'm not Christian, but we can go there. There's a lot of jewels there, okay? In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word is God. Like my grandfather used to say, all you have is your word, and once you discredit your word, you have nothing. You have nothing. So be impeccable with your word. Impeccable. Impeccability, it means without sin. It means without malice. Do you get me? It means without ill intentions. Impeccable with your word. Without sin. Sin is anything that you can do which goes against yourself, your own beliefs. You know, when you do something and you know it ain't right, nobody had to tell you it's not right. You know it's not right. You know it's not right. So being impeccable with your word, not going against yourself. is when you can't blame or judge yourself for anything because you know you did the best that you can do. You know you did everything that you were supposed to do. You cannot misuse your words. How many times do you go and you read the back of the label and it says organic? Well, what does organic really even mean? All natural. Well, what does a natural really mean? They put these labels on the food. All white chicken meat. They're not telling you that they made that meat in the lab. Or they just starting to tell you. When you mislead people with your words, you are not having any integrity. And that's so important. It's not important to the other person. It's important to yourself. It's so that you can sleep at night. It's so that you can live with you. I hope you got that point. I hope you got that point. You know, all the gossip, you running, you telling, your friend and told you something in confidence. You over here telling him and her, who gonna tell him and her. Spreading disease with your mouth. Dis-ease with your mouth. That's not having integrity. That's not being impeccable with your word. This is really good. I wrote this down. Impeccability of the word will give you immunity from anyone putting anything negative, a negative spell on you. Oh, yes. Because you'll have that credibility. You see? Even if someone is speaking ill of you, speaking negative of you, people know that you are impeccable with your word, that you follow through, that you have integrity. You will be immune from anything that anyone says. No one will believe anybody. They could say right now, people could say right now, Yoga Life? Oh yeah, that girl Keisha? Her? Yeah. I heard she was smoking crack. Now, anybody who knows me would be like, you must be smoking crack, because I know Miss Yoga Life, Miss Keisha, don't smoke no crack. She would never. So it doesn't matter what anyone has to say about me. People know who I am. So even when they say it, no one's going to believe it. Pop that. Now, the next little rule I want to go over when we're doing the deep work and how to act, that I want you to think about so you can get that movement going, that yoga brain with this yoga life. Number 2, don't take anything personally. That part. Okay? Insult, or if it's a complaint, It's just a projection of the other person. A lot of times. Someone want to project. How many times you hear people saying, oh, I got it. Your dude, your girl. Who calling you? What were you doing? Baby, I was out with my family. I was chilling at home. I was asleep. I was taking a bath. That's why I didn't answer my phone. Somebody's just trying to call and check on me. No, that's such and such trying to call you and let me see your phone and trying to go through your phone, everything. Guarantee you can't go through their phone. It's going to be some shit. Because they're projecting. Even if they're not doing it, they're projecting their own thoughts on what they want to do on you, making it like you. Gaslighting. That's the whole gaslight thing, you know? Make it seem like it's you and it's really them. That's what they like to do. Let's see. It says, if someone insults you, they are projecting themselves onto you. That insult has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with how you have to feel about you. You do not have to agree when someone is insulting you. So they called you fat. You don't have to agree with that. So they called you stupid. You don't have to agree with that. People say stuff to me all the time. It's like, what? Like, girl, you got blue hair all the way down your back. I do not have blue hair. And that's what makes you sleep well at night to say that to me, that's fine. But like, I know me. I don't have to, I don't agree with what you say to me. You could be watching me right now, like, oh, look at her. She's da 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 da. That's your opinion. And you go ahead and think it because, honey, I think I am wonderful. Honey, because if I'm going to tell myself lies, it's going to be beautiful lies all day long, okay? Beautiful lies. You're beautiful. You are worthy. You have the best shape in the world. You are smart. You is intelligent. You is special. That's how the movie go. Y'all know that movie? I don't know. When you know who you are, you have to make the choice not to agree and not to allow the insult to trigger or hurt or to bring up pain. Don't let them cast that spell on you. I said, don't let them cast that spell on you. They want to insult you. They want to complain about you. Do not agree with what other people have to say about you when you know who you are. Period. Make a new agreement. That insult is not who you are. That complaint is not who you are. You do not have to agree. You do not need external validation. And if you're impeccable with your word and you have that integrity that we talked about in part 1, then the insults and the complaints, they don't matter. And you don't have to agree. And you do not need external validation, period. Boom. We're going to move on to number 3. Don't make assumptions. don't know. You don't make assumptions. Okay? It is always better to ask questions rather than to make an assumption about something or somebody. Don't be afraid to clarify for the sake of being right. Because you can't even defend an assumption. Assumptions don't do nothing but lead to suffering, to hell. Okay? Real love is accepting. So if someone knows that I'm impeccable with my word, they know that I have integrity. They know they can't cast those spells on me with their insults and their complaints. Okay? Because they know I have real love for myself, which in return means I have real love for others. Because all we do is reflect what's on the inside. So if I got real love for me, I have real love for you. I have real love for the world, for mankind, for the animals, for the environment. You get it? You see it? Do you see it? I hope you see it. I hope you didn't pass it up. Accepting other people the way they are without trying to change them. We got to meet people where they at. We have to allow people to be able to grow. You have to be the example instead of casting out insults and complaints, instead of not being impeccable with your word, without you having your integrity. You see how all this kind of ties in? This is all about having a yoga mind. This is how we want to go about life every day. And it takes time and it takes practice. Because you want to be drawn in from the influences that you see on TV, that you hear in the music. Don't match energies. Have your own energy. Have your own energy. You bring the light into the room. You don't have to draw from anybody else's energy. You have your own energy. You see it? You don't have to make assumptions about anybody. You have the discernment to see people for who they are. And you will have the decision on whether you're going to accept people for who they are. That doesn't mean that you allow people to walk all over you. That doesn't mean that you can't set boundaries for yourself. But it does mean that you meet people exactly where they're at and accept them for who they are and what they will be. Everybody can grow. Everybody can change. Honey, the only thing that is constant in this world, in this entire world, the only thing that never changes, is that things will always change. I hope you got that one. That was a jewel right there. Boom. It says to stop making assumptions. You will communicate clearly, cleanly, and free of emotional. Put that back in. And free of emotional poison. Like I said, you reflect what you have on the inside onto the outside. Okay? So when you communicate, You want to do it cleanly. You want to do it clearly. You want to get your point across without making assumptions. You want to understand the situation, which means you want to ask questions so you can have a clear understanding. And you don't want to bring any of that emotional poison, fear, which doesn't do anything to turn into sadness or anger. It's the fear. It's the fear that someone, bruise your ego. It's the fear of not being taken seriously. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. And number 4, this is the last point right here. So I'm not going to talk to y'all all day. I'm not going to talk to y'all all day. Okay, I got things to do. I got places to go. As a matter of fact, tomorrow, let's see, I will be in Houston, Texas tomorrow. I got people to go talk to. I got yoga. I got how to live this yoga life to spread all over. Okay. I'll put pictures up. You'll see me. Oh yeah. Number 4. Always do your best. Not half, not some, but all my cash. Because if you don't, I'm going to stick my foot in your ass. And I'm telling my age right now, but you know what I'm saying? That was on, I'm going to get you, sucker. Ha ha he. Okay. Always do your very best. You always do your best to be impeccable with your word. You always do your best to have integrity. You always do your best not to allow complaints or insults inside. Don't let those people cast those spells on you so that you start lying to yourself. Like I said, if you're going to tell a lie, then tell a beautiful lie, and tell a beautiful lie about yourself in the mirror every day. Do affirmations, baby. Okay? Always do your best. Understand that your best is different from moment to moment, from situation to situation. Maybe you didn't sleep well that night. Your best yesterday is not going to be your best tomorrow. Your best right now isn't the best that you was last week. Okay? It's going to change. But always know it's going to change from moment to moment, from situation to situation. So just do your best in that moment. Whenever, at all times. Always be your best, not half. I want to stick my foot in your ass. Always do your best. Do your best. Nothing more. Nothing less. Okay? Do your best. Nothing more. We ain't asking for more than your best that you can be. The best you can be. I'm not asking you to do that. That's not how we're going to live here. We don't need you to be all extra. Okay? It's just your best in that moment. It's just your best in that situation. Okay? Not less than your best. You know when you know when that's not your best. It's not your best. It's not your best. It's not your best. Be your best. Be your best friend. Be your best. Okay? It says, when you do more than your best, you drain yourself. When you do more than your best, you try to do more than your best, you drain yourself. So then tomorrow, in that next situation, you won't even have the energy to be your best again. It's like you're faking the funk. It's like you're being somebody that you're not. So you ain't doing nothing but draining your energy because you done did more. You try to do more. You try to do over your best. We're not asking for that. We just want you to be your best, okay? When you do less than your best, less, it wasn't quite your best. You end up judging yourself. And you find yourself being guilty. You find yourself feeling bad on the inside. And what happens when we feel bad on the inside? What did I tell you before? What did I say before? If you didn't hear it yet, here it goes again. You reflect what you are in the inside. You reflect what you are on the inside. So when you don't do your best and you do less than your best, you start having guilty feelings. You start judging yourself. And it's a downward spiral. Don't agree to that. You do your best. You do your best. Not less and not more. Doing your best. Now, when you do your best, this leads to self-acceptance. This is when you start accepting yourself, okay? No matter what the outcome is, you always can agree that you did your best. And there's no more that you can do than your best. Because you know what happens when you do more. You're going to start training yourself, and then you can't be your best tomorrow. Okay? That's not good. And you know, when you do less than your best, you start judging yourself, start feeling guilty and stuff. So, but if you do your best, if you just do your best, just do your best, you can always agree that your best is always sufficient. I got a movie for y'all. Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump. Y'all see Forrest Gump? Run, Forrest. Run, Forrest, run. Run, Forrest, run. He didn't have a whole lot of great ideas, but he had great action. He had great action. Forrest just put one foot in front of the other. He didn't get all caught up on who said that he wasn't smart. He didn't get caught up. He was a man of integrity. He was impeccable with his words. He said what he meant, and he meant what he said. He didn't try to hurt anybody. He didn't get caught up in no gossip. He didn't care that the girl that he loved was like a little hoe. I mean, she was a hoe. I mean, in the movie. He didn't get caught up in all that. He was a man of action. He had some ideas. Was they great ideas? They ended up being great ideas because he was a man of action. Because he didn't care about insults. Because he didn't make assumptions. You feel me? Forrest Gump lived that yoga life, boo. And he lived a great one. A fulfilled life. That's all we try to do here. That's all we try to do here. He was happy because he practiced the act of simply doing his best. Simply just doing his best. Those are some four things, four little rules. We can go over them one more time just in case You didn't hear me all the times I said it. Be impeccable with your word. Have integrity. Mean what you say. Say what you mean. Be clean. Be clear. Number 2, don't take things personally. Don't take them personally. Don't allow those insults and those complaints and everything. Take them constructively. You know if it's truth in something that someone tells you. Look in the mirror and make those changes if necessary. But you don't have to agree. Tell yourself beautiful lies. If you're gonna listen to the lies that people tell you, then listen to the beautiful ones. I'm telling you, even if you feel like you're lying to yourself, saying, I am worthy, I am beautiful, I am smart, I am capable. Even if you think you're lying to yourself, rather tell yourself those lies, because in a minute you're going to believe them. Do it every day. I prescribe, do it every day for 30 days. Do affirmations in the mirror twice a day for 30 days. I swear it's going to change your life. It will change your life. Boo-boo. It will. Number 3, don't make assumptions. Ask questions. Clarify. Don't bring that poison, that emotional poison from, back when you was a kid and everything, or back when somebody else has hurt you back in the day, you carrying all that baggage. Ain't that baggage heavy? It's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. Let it go. Be light. Okay? And always, always, always do your best. Not less, not more. Not some, not half, but your best. But your best. I hope y'all learned something. I hope y'all really did. This is Yoga Life Keisha, signing out. If you like this video, then give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I got that from somebody. I wonder if y'all know who. Boom. Put it in the comments and below if you do.